We've all had that one couple that shows up to pictures and they say, just a heads up, we're super awkward in photos. Well, honestly, that's most couples. They're not models. They're just regular people that want to feel comfortable and look good in front of the camera. But we're not mind readers and we're not magicians most of the time. So how do we get their dream pictures? Let's find out. What's up? My name is Jay LeBlanc, wedding photographer and photo video educator. The good news about getting natural, relaxed photos, it isn't about stiff posing or the perfect angle, but rather it's how you interact with the couple. These 10 tips are my go-to methods for helping couples relax, loosen up, laugh a little bit, and enjoy being in front of the camera. Whether you're brand new to photographing couples or you're just looking for some new tips and tricks, this guide will help you turn "we're awkward" into "we had so much fun." And make sure you stick around to number 10, where it is the number one thing that I do to help couples open up more than anything else I do. And let's jump right into it. Literally, number one, we're gonna start with movement. I rarely begin a session with couples standing still staring at each other or at me. It's just a recipe for disaster when it comes to them already feeling uncomfortable and they're just going to be stiff and it's just not going to look good. Instead, try having them walk towards me, walk away from me, talk to each other, look at each other, pretend I'm not even here. And I always tell them the same thing. Just talk about how awkward it is having your picture taken, and it gets them to laugh instantly. And you can have them even be playful. Bump hips while they're walking, do a little spin, pretend that they're drunk, whatever you want to add into it to help just spice up walking in a straight line. Adding movement into a picture gets them to loosen up almost immediately, which has them focus more on the actual movement than it does so much on the picture. And a pro tip here, if you tell a couple just to walk in a straight line towards you, you're going to be shocked at how many couples you photograph are Olympic sprinters because they will walk so fast. So one tip I always tell every couple before I let them even move a foot is to walk quarter speed. I tell them walk quarter of what they normally would walk. This forces them to slow down to a nice stroll pace where they're much more relaxed. Because when you have people walking fast, they're usually upright and stiff and it doesn't look good. Tell them to slow down and it gets them to be a little bit more loose and a little bit more relaxed. Number 2, use prompts, not poses. Instead of saying look romantic or put your hand here, your head here, and your shoulder there, tell one person to whisper something into the other person's ear. Tell them to whisper their favorite fast food order. Or pretend that one person just walked home drunk and went up behind the other person, wrapped their arms around them, and just whispered into their ear how much they love them. Whatever it is, give them a prompt of a scenario or a situation, and there's a lot of good tips out there on different ones that you can do. So instead of giving them a stiff, rigid pose, give them a prompt, a situation, something that they can almost act out and make naturally their own. Next on our list is let them talk to each other. Silence is sometimes kind of awkward, especially when you just met this stranger. Usually the first time that a couple is stepping in front of your camera is the first time you might be meeting in person. That being the case, are you gonna just act totally natural for a stranger with a camera pointing right at you? Probably not. So have the couple talk to each other. When they're talking to each other, they can say whatever they want. And usually it ends up in some little giggles, a little chuckle, a nice smile, or just a fun situation to be in, rather than just awkwardly standing there silent, staring at a camera. If you need a prompt of something for them to talk about, tell them to talk about their honeymoon, their next vacation, what they plan on having for dinner. This creates an environment where they can just forget about the camera and connect with each other. And a little bonus tip here, if you're gonna use this at a wedding and you're shooting with a videographer, they're really gonna love you because this creates a great opportunity to capture some good audio for their wedding video. Next up on our list is we need a warm-up phase. Don't just start right off the bat with a close, intimate kissing shot. That's way too vulnerable. Start off with something a little bit more casual at first. Maybe side by side, giving each other a hug or our walking shot. This is much less vulnerable than, hey, I want the two of you to go make out and I'm gonna take some pictures of it. It's weird, dude. Don't do that. That's real weird. I don't know about you, but when I just meet somebody for the first time and 5 minutes into it, they're gonna tell me to make out with my partner and they're gonna take pictures of it, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. Nah, that ain't for me. That ain't for most people. But hey, some people like it. You know who you are. I'm not judging, but you know who you are. Think of this one almost as like stretching before your workout. You got to get warmed up. We got to get some go-to poses or go-to movements that are just going to get our couples ready for the pictures that really matter. I tell most of my couples the pictures that I take in the first 20 minutes of our session usually don't even get used. That's just our warm-up phase. Warm up for them, and honestly, a warm up for me as well, because I'm feeling you out, see what type of couple you are, see who you are as a couple, and that way I know a better way of steering the rest of the shoot. Let me ask, when you start a shoot, do you have a warm-up set or routine that you like to do beforehand for any type of photography? Very rarely do we just take our camera out of the bag and start shooting. Most of us have some sort of warm-up process, a little bit of a routine, or whatever it is to get ourselves in the right headspace to become the best version of ourselves as a photographer. Drop a comment down below. I want to hear what yours is, because we all have little things that we do to get ready for the big day. Mine personally, I have a set playlist that I listen to on the way to every single wedding that I shoot. It is the same like 3 or 4 songs that I listen to right before I get to the wedding. But I want to hear what yours is. Drop those comments down below. I want to hear some weird stories. Next up is we got to give constant reassurance. People don't know what they look like. And if you're quiet behind the camera, they're going to just naturally assume that they're doing something wrong. So instead of just being silent yourself, make sure you're saying things like, yes, perfect, I love it, you guys look great, you look beautiful, I love this, I love that about what you're doing, you guys are so much fun, you're a great couple together. Just constant reassurance goes a long way for boosting their confidence. Even during pauses, maybe you're just changing angles or you're looking for a different shot in a similar situation, just constantly reassure your couple that they are doing a great job and that it's you. Even if maybe they're doing something that you don't love, tell them that they are doing great, but you have to just change a setting on your camera or your angle, and then it'll be perfect. And a little bonus, show them the back of your camera. Show them what you are doing to help boost their confidence in themselves and in you. If this is the first time that they're in front of your camera, maybe they don't know exactly what to expect from the pictures that you're going to deliver. Well, show them the back of the camera right then and there that what you are doing is capturing them in the best possible situation that you can come up with in that moment. Next up on the list is match their energy. If they are happy, fun, giggling, having a great time, well, match it. Be right there with them. If they're a little bit more reserved, they're a little bit more romantic, softer spoken, well, match that energy. Just bring to the table what you expect out of your couple. If you're very angry and stressed out and rushed, well, they're probably going to mirror that themselves. So you don't want to be the one leading that mood for the shoot. Make sure that you have good positive energy and then match their level of energy, and it'll just create for a much, much more pleasant shooting experience for everybody involved. Your job is to amplify their connection and not direct to play. So don't force any type of situation that isn't naturally them. And if you want to match my energy right now, I got a thumbs up. So if you could drop a like down below, that'd be a huge favor to me and I'll really appreciate it. And let's get on to the next one. Next on our list is give physical anchors. Many people don't know what to do with their hands. I like to give some physical instruction here to help guide them. Whether wrap your arms around each other's waist, pull each other in nice and tight, hug onto somebody really close, put your arms up around the person's neck, whatever it is, give them some sort of direction of what to do with their hands. We don't want them just standing here like this. Next up is sometimes keep the camera down. Sometimes. What I mean is not every moment needs to be photographed. Sometimes there are in-between moments where it's just better to be in the moment and interact with the couple. Have a few laughs, joke around. A compliment goes a long way when you're trying to capture somebody in their best light. Once they feel like that you see them and not just the photo, they'll start to open up more to you. And a little tip here, this is where the little flippy screen on the back of your camera really comes in handy. I'll take my camera, I'll put it down by my belly button, and I'll keep that screen flipped up so I can see it. And what I'll do is I'll just have a conversation with the couple. Every once in a while, I'll glance down to make sure that I still have a good composition. And when that moment happens, where there's a laugh, a smile, a cute little interaction between the two people, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit my shutter button and get some pictures. But I'm still looking at them. I'm still interacting with them, having a good laugh, where it's not just about the picture. But sometimes, this is where you get those in-between moments that really make good pictures that couples really, truly love and cherish. And speaking of those in-between moments, next up on our list is embrace the imperfections. Some of the best moments happen between the real poses. Hair blowing in the wind, somebody stumbling on the ground, or just laughing way too hard. Whatever it is, those moments between the moments, sometimes they become the best moments. Don't stop them. Just let them happen naturally, and sometimes that's where the magic is. And a tip here to help make sure that you can capture these moments is don't stop shooting. Whenever I give my couples a posing cue, a situation where I want to more set up a picture, I keep shooting, or at least keep my camera ready to shoot after that moment's over. Because so often the real moment happens after the posed moment. And those in-between shots are the ones that couples usually wind up loving the most. And number 10, the one that you've all been waiting for, the one that I think gets my couples to open up more than anything else that I do, is to show and not just tell. A lot of people are visual learners, especially when they're nervous. And instead of saying tilt your head this way, relax your shoulders, I'll just quickly demonstrate it myself. Once they see what you're asking for and they get it, they're gonna feel more confident in what you're asking about, and they'll just naturally look better. And sometimes I go over the top here and make a complete fool of myself. Often people look or feel funny doing some of these poses that you're giving them. Well, if I go and just show them what I am really looking for, but look a little ridiculous while doing it, when they do it, and they might feel a little weird, and then I show them that picture, I show them what they were able to do compared to what I showed them, they feel so much more confident. They're like, hey, our photographer looks like a lunatic right now, and we just did something similar, but we look really good doing it. Well, that just boosts their confidence so much. And this allows them to be more comfortable in front of your camera, knowing that you're willing to look a little silly to help them feel really good. This is where assistants and second shooters really come into handy, because I'll just grab one of them. I'll even grab a videographer, sometimes even mom. If mom's standing right next to me at a wedding day, I'll be like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw our arm around each other just like this. If it's appropriate, make sure you know who your couple is and who you're working with. But of course, when you are able to demonstrate something for somebody, it makes it much easier than just trying to use words, because mirroring what somebody else is doing is a lot easier than breaking down everything that you are telling them to do. Most couples don't want to feel like they're posing. They want to feel like themselves. Your job as the photographer is to make them forget about the posing and just enjoy the moment. And hopefully some of these tips helped you out along the way. If you're gonna try out any of these tips that I gave in this video, I would love it if you could drop a like down below, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me which tip was the most helpful for you. And until next time, peace.